Hello? Hello, welcome to join live stream. Welcome, good afternoon, welcome to our tea class. My name is Ita. I hope all of you are doing great. Today in our tea class, I'm very happy to share permeates tea. This is Raw Puerh from Chinese Yunnan province. In Chinese also called Sheng Puerh. I believe some of you must have ever puerh tea because puerh tea is one of the most famous Chinese tea around the world. Puerh tea, this puerh tea, according to the different tea making we classify puerh tea as classifying puerh tea as two main types: raw puerh, RAW. Hello, Christine. Raw puerh and the ripe puerh. So probably you're curious, how do we classify it? How do we know it's raw puerh, raw puerh or ripe puerh? It depends on during the tea making process. If this tea undergoes the essential craftsmanship called cold water pie fermentation. This tea was made in 2023 or 2 years ago. This tea because which didn't undergo pie fermentation. That's why we classify this one as raw puerh. However, physically, because you can see the color. If it's ripe, the color looks much more deep. Okay, this tea is from, and besides, this tea is made from very precious raw material, fresh tulips from Bingdao area. Bingdao area nowadays is commonly recognized as one of the best puerh tea producing area. And besides, this tea has amazing and unforgettable fragrance profile and the flavor notes. Later on, in our tea class today, I will share this tea with you to show you how to bring this tea with the correct way. Besides, to share all the details and the features about this tea with you. During our tea session, please feel free to share any questions, any opinion in our comment. In our live stream today, for the second hour, I will show you some authentic, handmade, original design Chinese tea. Okay. If you're interested in anything we are presenting on live stream, please go to check out the shop link in bio. Okay. This tea, this raw puerh in Chinese or called sheng puerh as well. I write in our comment. In 2023, it's quite a new tea from one of the most famous puerh tea producing area called Bingdao. Okay. To bring a good cup of puerh tea, please pay attention to tea to water ratio. Besides water temperature, steeping time. This tea, because it's still quite new, this tea, for this tea, tea to water ratio, I would recommend you to use 1 to 20 and 1 to 30. If I just new to this tea, just try with 1 to 30. Steeping time, water temperature around 95 Celsius degree. Steeping time, it depends on infusions. Like the first infusion, we must leave enough time to let this tea stretch and dissolve in the water, because you can see physically, it's shaped like a tea bowl. Yes, it's tightly compressed as a tea bowl, so means the first infusion must be longer than infusion. For the other late infusions, you can control like 10 to 15 seconds. For sure, this is not something fixed. You have to adjust to your preference and smartly adjust. Okay, I'll share the information, this bring information in our comment. If you're just new to this tea, first time to this tea, you can take a note because those brief information will be very helpful for your first discovery of this shengpu. Okay. Any questions? So, for any questions? Uh, Let me check it. Morning teacher, you're the joy of every student. Your beauty motivates us to be better and better. Let's start. Good morning, Frank. Good morning. Okay. This tea. By the way, this is made from aged tea tree. Over 100 years. We also call it as in Chinese call it 古树. This kind of precious 古树, Raw Puerh, 生婆. Now I'm gonna introduce the tea ware I will use for this this tea ceremony. This tea has amazing, exceptional, unforgettable fragrance profile, especially for its long-lasting floral oaky aroma. For such new tea, I would recommend to use a Gaiwan to bring it so that you can enjoy better the food fragrance. In Chinese tea ceremony, it requires also this glass cup. This glass cup, in Chinese we call it Gongdao Bei, fairy cup. The function of this fairy cup is to tea fairly into every teacup to show your equal respect to each guest in this tea ceremony. And this is my teacup. Too much wisdom. This guy one today. This guy one is one favorite. Hand painted. Lotus guy. Later on, I will show the details. Okay. If you have any questions during our tea session, if you have any questions, please feel free to. Don't be shy. Please feel free to ask me any question. Okay. Now everything is prepared. We can start our tea ceremony. In Chinese tea ceremony, there's a very important first step we call it preheating process. And this process, you can notice that I do in live stream every tea class, every tea ceremony, and I always do it again and again because water temperature plays very important role of brewing a good tea. Okay, how to do it? It's very simple. Just preheat all tea wares we're gonna use in this tea ceremony. Preheated fair cup as well. The teacup. The tea I'm sharing with you today, this is one of my favorite tea, my favorite teas. Now we already preheat the teapot. Let's have a look of this lovely tea bowl. This tea, I don't know, can you see it well? This tea, just from the outside of this tea bowl, we can notice that this tea contains a certain portion of tea buds, which are heavily covered with silver white tea fuzz. It means this tea It means this tea, this tea first of all, it made it from spring tea. Spring tea, generally spring tea smells much more fragrant and more delicious. Okay, dry tea has a sweet nectar fragrance. This mini tea ball is around 8 grams. 8 grams according. This guy one is around 150 ml for. According to T2 water ratio 1 to 20. This one is perfect. Just like what explains earlier, this tea because tightly into a tea bowl, mini tea bowl. So means the first infusion we should leave enough time for this tea, the tea leaves to stretch, to dissolve in the water. It Here you can have two ways to do it. Depends on if you want to wash this tea, you can raise it, and when you raise this tea, the first thing steeping time you can smartly adjust. In the case if you don't raise this tea, you bring this tea directly up. Uh, it depends on the tightness of this tea. If this tea is tightly compressed of tea bowl, it depends on it. You have to adjust smartly. Okay, like this tea, mm, with my experience, probably it may takes like a 30 minutes, 30 minutes, but not minutes, 30 seconds. Sorry. Now water here I use around 90 degree. 30 seconds. Intensity ceremony, we need also learn to count seconds in our mind. This tea is wrapped with a cotton paper. After every time when I take away the tea, and always love to smell it because the dry tea just left a very wonderful floral fragrance on this cotton paper. This tea is from one of the best pu'er tea producing area called Bingdao. Bingdao, this place is quite famous, and also I think it's kind of uh, the producing area, tea producing area. We we love to try out because Bingdao tea generally is featured by its lasting floral aroma and delicious, sweet, um, rocky, rocky candy, rocky sugar. Now I pour tea out. Where the tinkling of the tea porcelain, which announced, announced, announces the arrival of a delicious cup of it. Thank you, Franco. Look at that. This is our first infusion. Look at this rich, beautiful, light honey color. This tea. introduce Bingdao Pu Erh Tea novel. This tea amazing fragrance profile, especially for its long-lasting floral, delicate, oaky aroma. It smells so refreshing, delicate. Um, in addition, this tea and this floral, it's also this tea is also this tea comes with sweet nectar fragrance. Can you imagine? And now you cannot smell what I'm smelling. Can you imagine this is kind this set for such a fragrant mixture aromas. Uh, this tea is made from um, Yunnan big leaf cultivar aged tea tree from Bingdao area. This tea, besides the fragrances I mentioned, this tea also has fresh woody aroma, very pleasant. I'm gonna try the first sip. Mm. Wow, it tastes. By the way, the first infusion is a little light. The best infusion will be the second and the third one because for the moment you can see that the tea leaves they don't totally stretch yet. I'm very excited for the second infusion. When drink this tea, this tea has so uh, varied, rich flavors. You can also share some tea with our tea friend, little frog here. Even this fusion, even it's light, but you can immediately notice this exceptional sweetness, just like rocky sugar, fresh rocky, rocky sugar. This is kind of a Chinese sugar I don't have ever seen in Chinese store. It looks like it's different. The taste is different from the sugar cane sugar. It's a little different. It tastes more fresh and sweet. Fresh and sweet. So far, any questions? So far, any questions? Now we continue our second if you 10 to 15 seconds. You can keep your kettle high. 10 to 15 minutes. Pu'er tea just like white tea, just like wine as well. You can continue to age it. The more it ages, the better it becomes. Please look at. Oh, look at this rich tea soup. Wow, very clear, very beautiful. Wow, this tea, this tea has an unforgettable floral oaky aroma. Smells so wonderful, refreshing, and besides, it's a long-lasting. When this tea get cold, you leave it for 1 hour, 2 hour, and then you smell again. It still smells fragrant because this tea is made from aged tea trees from Bingdao area. Bingdao area. If you Bingdao area, this place is uh, commonly recognized as the one of the best pu'er tea producing area. Um, why? Because this place has a um, um, very it has a God-given climate, and you know the sunlight and the soil. Those factors they can affect the growth of the tea tree, the tea leaves. This is reason why this tea comes with a mountain flavor. Generally, the fragrance is more long lasting, more fragrant. Um, Furthermore, the flavor is more rich as well. Now I'm gonna try this our second infusion. I like the the tea intensity of the second infusion. Uh, when the tea is entering inside your mouth, you can feel your complex uh, mouth is foot filled with this mixture fragrance and rich flavor. Also, this tea, when you drink this tea, you'll be surprised by its fresh and sweet, fresh and sweet uh, sweetness level. However, this tea, because this tea, it sounds a little paradoxal, paradoxical. Uh, Although this tea has such sweetness level, right? This tea because it's from Yunnan big leaf cultivar. Uh, uh, Generally, it contains a high polyphenol and caffeine content. Uh, this is a natural feature from this cultivar. Thanks to this certain this high portion of tea, polyphenol and caffeine, those substances they contribute a more complex flavor. Because generally I always explain a tea's bitterness and astringency of the tea generally is caused by those two high content. However, this is not called law for this because it's a natural feature. uh, such a high polyphenol. It's very important for the late aging process. But how because the with the correct we say content of tea polyphenol and caffeine, those two substances they help each to form a unique flavor. This reason why this tea you feel when you drink it you feel immediately this wonderful exceptional sweetness. However, meanwhile, you can also notice that this tea tastes a little bit, but pleasantly, pleasant bitterness and astringency. Uh, for this sounds a little bit right. However, this astringency, pleasant astringency and bitterness, there will be a quick recovery of sweetness and salivation. This is proof of the quality of this pu'er tea. So, funny questions? It takes so, um, it takes so rich. The flavor is so rich, well structured and balanced. Not yet. This tea I strongly recommend. Um, this tea, this Shengpu, this tea we are bringing now. It's from Yunnan province. Shengpu, we can call it Shengpu, Raw Puerh. This tea just like a fine wine. You can continue to age it. Ages, the more fragrant it becomes. In our tea shop, we are also selling an aged shampoo made in 2008. So far, it's been aged the store over 17 years. This tea is a new pu'er tea. What's the difference? After 17 years aging process, they're great. There's obvious change difference between them. Both of them I recommend to you. Both of them, the quality are great. But however, this new tea it comes with a highly refreshing, brisk floral oaky aroma. This is a trend for all kinds of aged tea. It's including white tea. White tea is the same, especially for a high grade white tea like peony, silver peony. Peony is featured by the highly floral aroma. However, during the aging process, this tea it will be the same. This highly fragrant feature will decrease less and less, and then it will turn not a fragrance type. It's we could age the woody fragrance. It's very interesting to see how a tea during such years uh, it changed little by little. Tastes so good that I can smell from my house. Oh, that's wonderful with your imagination. It tastes so clean, so pure. This is one of my favorite tea. Now I continue our third infusion. This tea, because it's made from uh, oh, aged tea tree over 100 years. Uh, Generally, for tea made from aged tea tree, they are highly resistant to bring many times. This one you can bring it over 10 times, 12 times, 15 times. It will ring your worry. Thank you. This tea is very fit for when you receive some guests. You don't need during even you just talk there some hours. You don't need to change the tea because this tea, even uh, if tea, even this tea you bring after 12 times, this it still remains a great flavor. This tea, please do not drop. Now this tea is get warm. Wow, the fragrance, especially for this sweet nectar fragrance. And I can also tell you that pu'er tea is for pu'er tea, especially for Gushu, raw pu'er position in Chinese tea market. There's no any tea can replace this tea because this tea has so unique flavor and you can never find from other tea. This tea, that's why can you imagine just this type of tea in Yunnan province? You can find kinds of hundreds, thousands different products. This is because this tea is so much liked by Chinese tea lovers, drinkers. We have famous quote to describe its position in Chinese tea. We say um, Wu Yi Raw Tea and Sheng Pu, Raw Puerh are the destination of Chinese tea. Do you know why? Because this tea, no matter from any kinds of aspects, flavor, fragrance, balanced, structure, any kinds of aspects to see this tea can meet all demands we want from a tea. Especially is super resistant to bring many times. This is the main reason as well. This tea, personally, I like it very much. Smell this. Look at this. Some left fragrance on the bottom of inside this fairy cup. Wow. I have a great confidence. Bingdao with that because it's from Bingdao area, so called Bingdao Raw Puerh, Bingdao Sheng Pu. I have a great confidence about it. It still when the tea get warm, it's still well bodied. Can you imagine? The quality of this tea is great, and it's great. Uh, because generally for such new pu'er tea, new pu'er tea, this tea was made in 2023, 2 years ago. Generally for such new tea, without two because it's quite new now. Quite new now, new 2 years just quite new. Generally, it tastes a little bit astringent and bitterness. Yeah, this tea, I deny this tea doesn't come with this pleasant astringency and bitterness. However, this tea, when you drink it, yeah, this pleasant astringency and bitterness will quickly turn sweetness There will be a quick recovery of salivation and sweetness, and this is great proof of this tea because it's made from such high quality raw material from Bingdao area. This is the reason. Please remember that the raw material determines very much a quality of this tea, very much. Now can continue our this is our fourth infusion. This tea, when you brew tea, you can keep your kettle high. It's okay. 10 to 15 seconds. After mm, a couple of years aging process, the color of this tea soup will turn intense. Now you can see now it's new tea, so looks still golden light. However, just in 5 years, you will see the difference. That means during the aging process, there's chemical change happening inside the tea leaf. Look at this. Look at this rich tea soup. Yes, surprising. Floral oaky aroma. It's so refreshing. If you ever attended our previous live stream, probably noticed that sometimes I will use this expression, floral oaky aroma. That's quite fragrance type of. But here to mention, I want to tell you that oaky, flower oaky aroma. This is not exact. Okay, this is a way we describe this delicateness of kind of similar floral aroma. It not exactly. It's not exactly only referring to a floral oaky aroma because for us Chinese, when we know that when we heard that hear this expression, we can imagine this fragrance must be gentle, tender, and very elegant. Okay. Uh, when for this pu'er tea, this tea from the area has unforgettable floral aroma. And for green tea, there's a famous green tea I already shared in our previous live stream. It's called Taiping Hokuya from Anhui province. Literally can also Monkey King green tea. That tea has an exceptional floral oaky aroma as well. However, to oaky or for high grade the peony, sometimes described with floral oaky aroma. How those floral oaky aromas they smell actually different, but all of them very delicate, exquisite, gentle. I want to tell you because this is just a way we describe how we describe Chinese tea fragrance. This is a way. This is not only referring to floral, referring to a real oaky flower. Because just like it, when I'm talking about oaky flower, probably even you never seen in your life, how could you understand? You imagine how it smells like, but you can it's even you never smell it, you can imagine this oaky aroma is always regarded as a high-end natural fragrance from a kind of flower. It's gentle, it's very delicate, it's beautiful, it's elegant. Uh, This is okay. This is very interesting. Sometimes you see how we describe Chinese tea. It's very interesting because this here you can see. Uh, you can I can because all key flower this in Chinese culture. Chinese people love very much. Uh, we Chinese people love very much all key flower. Orchid flower in Chinese culture symbolizes elegance, delicateness, and tenderness. Actual elegance. This is the reason why we often. And besides, next time if you come to China, by chance, if you get, you can go to you visit some flower shop. And by chance, uh, you can see some blossoming flower and smell it, and it will surprise you. It will surprise. This is our fourth infusion. When you tea, uh, that's the steeping time you must controlling you must control it very well, because that tea with such high tea polyphenol and uh, caffeine content. If you steep over time, especially what we use such a high water temperature here, the dissolution of caffeine and tea polyphenol will be very much. So it will cause you tea too bitter and too astringent. So when you bring this tea, please control what well the steeping time. This is very important. After drinking it, there's a great aftertaste. This is this is why this tea can be so much like appreciated by Chinese tea drinker. Because oh, so funny questions. This every time I try this tea always surprises me. Even I already tried many times. This tea I personally like very very much and sincerely strongly recommend to you. So funny questions. If you have any questions, please feel free to share in our comment. If you're interested in this tea, please go to check out tea shop link in bio. This tea, I dare say you will fall in love uh, with this tea. In the case if you bring it correctly, if you steep over time, it will be a different thing. But with my recommended um, bring method, generally you can bring this tea pop, and you will love this tea. And beside and furthermore, this tea uh, can reach such position in Chinese tea market. You can imagine the entire uh, a flavor, fragrance, and taste profile must be outstanding. Uh, besides the okay the pleasure for our sensory organs, this is also very beneficial of our body. This tea in the antique China, in the past, even nowadays, this tea used to be very popular in Tibetan region. Can you imagine? Because at that time, it was extremely difficult to access to fruits and the vegetables. However, with such Tibetan people, because they live very high altitude, about 3,000 meters for some meters, they consume a lot meat. They consume a lot meat. How did they okay, with such a heavy diet? How did they were going to help digestion, right? This tea used to play like a herbal medicine to help digestion. Um, and nowadays, nowadays for sure, this tea, um, nowadays this tea is proof with a lot of beneficial effects on our body, like anti-aging, antioxidant. This tea I recommend, strongly recommend. You can combination after a heavy meat, heavy dinner lunch. You can try to drink some um, raw puerh tea, and you will notice that uh, your stomach will digest better and more quickly. This is very fragrant. So, any questions? Now we continue our fifth infusion. You can keep your kettle high. Still 10 to 15 seconds. Please, please look at this beautiful honey tea color. So refreshing. Blue marine. This tea, for the tea from Bingdao area, we also have an expression to describe this kind of sweetness because it's very exceptional, unique. We call it Bingdao sweetness. How it tastes like. This kind of sweetness, it's not like the normal dairy sugar. It's more like similar to Chinese traditional rocky candy. Very sweet and fresh. Um, it's very if you never try it, if, by chance there's a local Asian store, you can try to find some. Try to find some to have a try. You understand immediately what I'm describing. What kind of sugar can taste like this way, sweet and fresh. So wonderful is the beautiful just you have. Thank you. Thank you, Franco. This tea, I like it very much. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. I can show you the soft tea leaves. This tea, just like what I explained before, this tea contains a certain portion of tea buds. Tea buds. It's because it's made from aged tea tree. You can notice that it's very tender, thick, and elastic. See, can you imagine how elastic it is? It's just a very, just one leaf here. Look at this tea. What kind of tea you want to recommend for us? This tea, the tea we're bringing today, it's from one of the the best tea producing area. It's called Bingdao. This tea I strongly recommend to you. Uh, this tea, this for this such uh, raw puer, raw puer, sheng puer. I love so much the drink in summertime, springtime. It's wonderful. This tea, believe me, the profile of this tea is simply exceptional. You will never find such fragrance type and the flavors from another tea. Especially this tea, strongly recommend to you. You can make the comparison with the tea in your shop. Tea shop was made in which it was made in 2008. That tea is kind of a very aged tea, very aged shengpu, raw as well. This tea, this tea will surprise your taste a lot. Because especially for the for the people who never try pu'er tea before, this tea, you're surprised by the layers of the fragrance and of the layers of the flavors taste. This tea like a fine wine, wine tea. The more it ages, the better it becomes. The more it ages, the sweet it becomes. The more it ages, the more smooth it becomes. So you can see the change, constant the change during the entire aging process. It's very interesting. It's like a game. Every year we try. Every year we notice that there's a change, small change. It's very interesting. Wow. This tea, I love to enjoy this tea when I feel very happy. This tea for me is a happy tea. Because these teas can be bring many things. I can drink entire morning. It's very it's very for this sweet of the taste. Oh, sweet. This tea has a wonderful sweet nectar fragrance and a fresh woody aroma as well. I believe this tea the late aging process in the late aging process It will be wonderful. This is only quite new tea, 2 years new tea. It already reaches has such a wonderful, wonderful tea notes. Can you imagine? Just in 5 years, 5 years, a flavor that flavor that recalls music of the sea. This tea. This tea can be brewed over 12 times, even 50 times. Now we continue our six infusion. Well, with the late aging process, the color of the will become more and more intense, more and more dark, because the tea polyphenol will get oxidated and turn different natural pigment. This is the reason why this tea will become more and more intense, the tea soup color. Please look at. This fragrance profile is unforgettable. Even you cover my eyes, just let me smell it. Um, I can distinguish it immediately without any doubt. I can tell you that because it's so unique, so particular. Now look at this, smell this amazing sweet nectar fragrance. Yunnan province, this place is one of the most important tea producing area. Besides this, region is also recognized as the birthplace of a tea tree, Camellia sinensis. It means all tea tree words are originally from this region. This is reason why this place you can find a lot aged tea tree over 100 years, 200 years. This is the quality tea, Puerh tea, black tea from Yunnan province. So much liked by our Chinese tea lovers. You can see in our tea shop we are selling variety of various Yunnan tea, black tea, Puerh. But all of them I strongly recommend to you. Each of them has a unique flavor, and for such unique profile, you can never find a tea to replace it. This is the value of Yunnan tea. Various tea cultivar, God-given climate. I can imagine there's in this world there's a few places can compete with this place, Yunnan province. Wow. Now focus on the sweet of the taste above your tongue. There's a great sweetness of the taste. Now, this is also proof of the tea quality. Okay, So, any questions about this tea? If you don't have any questions, we'll we'll finish uh, this tea part. Move to our tea section. I will come when I come back. I will show the details um, of this guy set I'm using today. Or this one, uh, three colors available. Okay, this is our little frog teapot bracket. So lovely. I love it. I'll come back in a few seconds. Okay. If you're interested in this during this waiting time, you can have a look in our bio. Okay, see you. I will come back in a few seconds. Hello. 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 Hello again. This, this guy one set is from Qingdezhen. Qingdezhen, this place produce the best of wine in China around the world. I dare say there is no any place compete with the Qingdezhen craftsmanship. This painting craft we call in Chinese 珐琅彩. Literally, you can also put I don't know. Uh, you can recognize what flower it is, right? This is a lotus. This is lotus. Lotus will blossom very soon because of a 100% handmade hand painting. This hand drawn painting looks like a piece of Chinese painting, very classical, rainbow. especially for this turquoise color one gorgeous. This maker so far this is the best turquoise glaze I find from in the market. It's turquoise, very elegant, very elegant. Exactly just like that my room so much. For this guy one set, three colors available. Three colors available. This is turquoise. This is turquoise. Also, we have a pink one. The volume is 150 ml. Signature from the maker. 150 ml. Please look at it. Lotus in Chinese culture symbolizes harmony in the family. Harmony in the family. The inner peace, pure love actually. Very minimal. Very has a very positive meaning. This is a tree. Turquoise. You can use this tree as a home decoration to display entrance of your house or the living room. For such animal craftsmanship, it's not really flat when you touch it. It's a little bit convex. There is a thick match. It's a teacup to match as well. If you're interested in this set, please go to check out the shop link in here. Very elegant. Three colors available. I strongly recommend this version, turquoise, turquoise version. Also, we have this one. It's the wow! Look at this lovely pink glaze. Oh, so beautiful, lovely. Lotus, lotus leaf, signature from maker. This is the this set includes a guy one and a tray. If you want to buy a teacup to match, you can please go to check the link in below. Very lovely, so well. Okay, so funny questions. Huh? Let's continue showing some beautiful pieces. A second, let me have some tea first of all. This, please look at. I can say this is one of the most delicate teaware we are selling out. Look at this. Do you know how we make it? Do you know how our artisan Jingdezhen ceramics are made? And this is a unique, precious skill craftsmanship you can only find from Jingdezhen. And besides, not even very rare to see in Jingdezhen. We call it Pa Hua. I will show you how we do it. Our artists use a slim needle to engrave in this dry porcelain. Thanks a lot. You're welcome. This is a masterpiece. A piece um, um, can be shown in the museum. And in addition, please look at this color. So this is very elegant, light blue sky color. Light blue sky color. When you have in your hands, you will surprised by its delicate, extreme delicateness. 100% hand signature from the maker. Look at the inside. This is a food coated masterpiece. Astonished. Thank you, Franco. And look at this. In the painting, it's hand painted as well. It this craftsmanship like this lotus set. In Chinese we call it 珐琅彩 butterfly. The flowers, the colors. This circle each is painted with 24K pure gold. Signature from maker. This is the guy one. Have you ever seen such art in your life? We call it just itself just like an art. Very it's very rare to see in Jingdezhen in China because it takes too much time and skill finish a simple piece like this. You can even the cover is painted lotus. This piece, this masterpiece, I sincerely, strongly recommend you. Look at this inner painting. In the painting is much more difficult than outside painting. This is how it looks like. This color is very unique. So far, this is the most beautiful blue sky color I ever seen in the market. This set I liked very much. Very elegant. A great representation of Fine China. Also, this kind. Hello, relocating. This kind of teacup shape we call Puerh teacup with a large mouth, large diameter. This one, look at craftsman Pa Hua. This we call it Chinese as Pa Hua, using the slim needle to engrave 100% handmade. You can see all kinds of patterns, flowers. The color of this one is more intense, so you can see better the details. textured and robust, intricate design, come to color and pattern. So this pattern is classical pattern, classic, very precious craftsmanship. We call it signature maker. Imagine we pour something inside, nicely crafted by your company. Really beautiful. If we're interested in those pieces, those master works I presenting now, please go to check out tea shop link in bio. Today I also prepare some original design pottery clay teapot with raised elements and interest. Those two tea trees are my favorites. Thank you for your sharing your craft. Let's start with this. This pattern is original design inspired by Chinese Dunhuang culture. Dunhuang, this place was play a very important position during Chinese antique Silky Road, Silk Road, we call it Silk Road, because this place we the expansion of Buddhism from the West, at that time we call it West, to China was through this place. Before I introduce more details with you, I want to show you this cultural background of this place. Otherwise, you probably cannot understand fully about the meaning of Dunhuang culture. This place very famous for this Dunhuang grotto. Famous for its wall painting murals. First to 14th century. This is a must-go place if you're interested in Chinese culture. You want to do a cultural adventure in China. This is a must-go place. Just look at those murals. Look at this. Those are famous murals from Dunhuang Grotto. Look at those flying goddess and gods. Looks very exotic, right? Because this place used to a very important intercultural exchange place. this one there's a guy one as well. Two types available. A guy one. There's a guy one. Look at this. This goddess is playing a Chinese traditional instrument. We call it pipa. Look at this pipa instrument. The rainbow is very elegant. It's flowing in the air. It's a goddess. It's playing this. It's playing a beautiful music. This one's the 100% handmade. You can notice this the wall of this teapot. This cup is very thin. On this side, look at this. It's hand painted with Chinese calligraphy. This calligraphy, this shape of calligraphy is the we can say the very at most early Chinese calligraphy character shape. This one personally I like very much. I very loved it. My favorite is those two trees. This is like art piece. This is a tea tree. This tea tree is to imitate Dunhuang wall painting. Look at this painting. It's indeed painted on a stone. Look at this beautiful natural texture. This goddess is playing a Chinese instrument. Look at this flowing beautiful red and green rainbows. Ripples. Look at this beautiful face. This one's art piece. The frame of these trees. Outside there's high quality black wood. Look at this shape. Very elegant. This is the very artistic tea tray. Can match with all kinds of teapot and teacup. Show you with a black teapot. This tray. Unique piece. If you're interested in anything we are presenting online, be sure to check out the show link in below. That is. Very artistic. It's her beautiful face, a beautiful dress. It's painted on the stone, imitating Dunhuang rural style. So outside frame, look at this shape. It's so nice. This one strongly recommend to you. Dunhuang. Okay. So for any questions or any opinion, please feel free to share in our comment. This is a Buddha structure, mini structure. This cup is inspired by Chinese Buddhist grotto. Uh, please look at this one. This one is called Longmen grotto. You see the little look like square. This is each square. If there's a this is a small Buddha sculpture. Chinese Buddhist art is also one of the most important inspiration source for Chinese tea ware, just like this one. Outside painted, each is unique piece. Outside painted koi kid glaze. A sitting imitating Buddha sculpture in a cave. Very artistic. Very lovely. There's a great piece. This tray. This tray is made from a precious stone. This stone generally is made. We call it an ink stone. It's kind of famous ink stone. 100% hand engraved. You can see the Buddhist cave. Here, this is 100% hand engraved with knife. This piece I like very much, especially for its unique natural texture. It's without any chemical or artificial treatment. It's a natural texture. Look at this color. These lucky clouds. They're a lot beautiful. We call it this kind of Buddha sculpture. We call it Buddha without face. Very beautiful. This one is actually heavy, probably around 3 kilo. No, 3 kg. 3 kg. Very beautiful. Okay. So, any questions? So, any questions? Oh. See, this tea, even when it cold, get cold, well, the fragrance still so clear, so noticeable. So funny questions. Oh, tastes so nice. Even the water is not hot at all. This is our seventh version. This tea still tastes so delicious, palatable. Okay, if you don't have any further question, it's time to say goodbye. Thank you so much for watching and this time I did have a tea time with you. If you're interested in anything we are presenting on live stream today, please go to check out teacher link in our profile. If you want to follow our next live stream, please make sure that you follow our sites. Please go to check our schedule shared in our way we present 3 per week. Interesting and curious about Chinese tea, please join us. In the case if you cannot join us or you come join us late, don't worry because these live streams will recorded and share in our feed soon we finish this live stream. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I will be very happy to meet you again in our next stream. I wish you a good day and good night. See you next time. Ciao, ciao. See you guys. Ciao, ciao.